We're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is BMORE Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? It's me, your girl, Lady T, and this is BMORE Lifestyle, live from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. Now, I'm still recovering from a great birthday weekend. Thank you guys for wishing all the B-Day wishes. But now, there's quite a lot to talk about today, so let's get to it. All right, so I have meteorologist Amy Aronson here with me, along with our very own Tara Reeves, and of course, Traffic Jim Jimmy. Good morning, you guys.
Morning.
Good morning.
Happy belated birthday.
Ah, thank you, Jimmy. All right, so let me tell you right now. For the 6th year in a row, Chicago earned the title nobody wants, rattiest city in America. Pest control company Orkin ranked the top U.S. cities every year based on its rodent treatment data. According to Orkin, America's other most populous cities, Los Angeles and New York, follow Chicago in rat complaints in that order. Baltimore came in at number 8. That's up 4 spots from last year. Now, I've seen some rats before, okay? And I feel like the rats in New York do not compare to that of anywhere else, okay? Because when I was taking a train, the rats were taking a train. When I was, wherever I went, the rats were going too. You got a family, the rats got a family. So let me start off with Tara. Do you agree with these rankings?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I didn't do the rankings myself, but what concerns me is I read the article and they said with all these restaurants shutting down, now rats are trying to find food elsewhere. So they're making their trips to a lot of residential areas. And it says that they're much more aggressive because usually they just sink through all the garbage, the dumpsters, that type of thing. But now with not as much service, I mean, there's a lot of difference between a rat following you on the train and an aggressive rat trying to come into your house.
She said, oh, so they're getting more aggressive nowadays. Okay. Jimmy, what did you think?
Number 8, huh? Well, it's better than number 1. But I'll tell you
Right.
what I'm thinking. I'm thinking just looking in front of me and looking at the beautiful trees changing colors. That's what I'm
Yes.
thinking about. I don't want to think about the rats. I want to think about the positive things and the beautiful foliage changing colors this beautiful fall.
That's true. That's true. It is beautiful outside, and the rats say so too. So, Amy, what do you think, girl?
So I love Baltimore and I love the fall foliage like Jimmy was showing us, but I have seen the biggest rats I've ever seen in Baltimore City. And I had some issues when I lived in the city with them trying to get into my place, which I did not want. They can stay out on the streets. But I think right now with trash pickup being an issue, I think people are having some rat issues out there. So I'm honestly surprised we're not higher, but I'm glad to hear we're not number 1.
Yeah, Baltimore definitely upgraded. That's awesome. So I'm happy for them. Okay. All right. So up next, and we want you to tell it. Which city do you think is the rattiest? Chicago, LA, New York, or Baltimore? Head to foxbaltimore.com/vote and let us know. Or go on the Fox 45 News app under Explore. You can find a spot to vote. And at the end of the show, we're going to see what everybody thinks. All right, now let me tell you, bring home the bacon. In the form of a mask, though. Meat company Hormel uses special ink to create a mask that smells like bacon, and they're offering you the chance to win it. The pork aroma on the mask will start to dissolve after washing it 2 or 3 times. You can try to score a free mask by registering at breathablebacon.com. You have until October 28th to do it. Who is getting this bacon mask with me? Because I love bacon, okay? So I already am, I want this mask. I want 3 of them. Give me all the masks, okay? So let me throw it over to, I'm gonna throw it up to Amy first. Are you buying this mask with me, girl?
It would make me hungry all day long. As it is, when you like walk in somewhere with like a really good smell, like a bakery, your mask starts to smell like it, and then all you want are like the sweets and the pastries. So I cannot imagine craving something like bacon all day long from the smell of the mask.
But you know what? Since I've been on keto, you just smell those foods, those treats, and you don't have to actually eat it. So that's what I love about, you know, the mask. I can just smell bacon all day, and I don't have to actually buy it. I bought the mask. I'm good. Tara, what do you think?
I'm with Amy. So I would be craving bacon and fried chicken all day long. I think it was 2 years ago, KFC came out with that fried chicken log.
Yes.
Do you remember that you would put in the fire and then it would make your entire house smell like fried chicken? I mean, we're creeping into Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. That's when we eat the most. I don't need to be encouraged by my mass to eat even more.
I feel like they're saying this the wrong way. Jimmy, I need you to break this tie, because you know we love our snacking bacon. Jimmy, break the tie.
All right, I love my bacon. But I love shrimp. And I ate a pound of steamed shrimp the other day, and I grossed myself out after wearing a mask for an hour. Now, what flavor would this be? What flavor mask would that be right there?
I love it. I love it.
I'm not a fan.
I love it. Jimmy, your beard looks amazing today. Can I just say that real quick? Your beard looks fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know what you did differently, but keep it going. Okay, all right, let me tell you, the Ravens are headed into their bye week with a 5-1 record. The last 2 times that's happened, they've won the Super Bowl. Yesterday's game against the Eagles came down to the wire. It looked like the Ravens had things under control after this Lamar Jackson 37-yard touchdown run late in the 3rd quarter, but Philly came storming back. The Ravens were able to hold on 30-28, the final score. Now, this was too close for comfort. I didn't like how close this was, okay? 2 points. I don't know. It seems like any team that has like a bird logo, it definitely is giving the Ravens a run for their money. I don't like this. Jimmy, what do you think?
I'll tell you what, it's a good thing they got a week off, because they're going to play Pittsburgh. They play like this against Pittsburgh, it's not going to be a same finish. I tell you, they missing Yonda Marshall. They're mixed in that front line. They need to get it together and work hard, and too close.
It was too close, right? That's what I'm saying. Amy, were you watching the game?
Of course, yeah. A little too close for comfort, but big games coming up. So I agree with Jimmy. Hopefully they learn their lesson and they're going to be re-energized, I think.
Okay. Tara, did you see it? What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like Baltimore played better the entire game. I mean, there was a point during the second half when the Ravens had 8 first downs and the Eagles had consecutive 3-and-outs. So I feel like the Ravens looked good as a unit, but then it was like a last-ditch effort where the Eagles came back. Defense, of course, wins games. They tried to go for it for the 2-point conversion. Baltimore was able to stop them. I think we sort of re-energize this bye week and then take down the Steelers and take the #1 spot in the AFC North. We'll see.
I agree. The Ravens need to go to brunch, have a mimosa, relax, and then let's get back. Stop making me sweat.
Get a bacon mask.
Stop making me sweat. Get a bacon mask. That's right, Tara. Stop making me sweat. But no, thank you guys so much for chiming in and talking with me today. I appreciate you guys. All right. Up next, the Harbor Harvest is back today, and they made some big changes to your favorite activities. When you can check them out, just ahead. And MotorTrend set to release its top picks for the year, the cars you should take another look at.
This BMORE Lifestyle segment is sponsored by MotorTrend.
Welcome back. Now, every year, MotorTrend picks one new car, truck, and SUV to earn the prestigious honor of being named the best in the market. This year is like no other. Here to give us a first look and big reveal is MotorTrend's editor-in-chief, Mark Recton. Thanks for joining us, Mark. How are you?
I'm doing great, and happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Okay, now tell me, how does MotorTrend select the sports utility vehicle of the year?
Okay, first of all, the vehicle either has to be new or significantly redesigned for the coming model year. And our testing team, which is both people who do instrumented testing as well as editors who do more objective testing, we take these vehicles first to our testing center in Fontana, California at Auto Club Speedway, do instrumented testing, 0 to 60, 60 to 0, quarter mile, things like that. Then we do drive loops around the Los Angeles area. Now you may be asking yourself, how can you compare a $25,000 SUV to an $85,000 SUV? Well, we don't. We compare each vehicle against itself based on the merits. And we have 6 key criteria in how to do that, which is excellence in engineering, safety, efficiency, design, value, and performance of intended function. And after taking the 28 new and significantly redesigned vehicles that we got this year, we narrowed it down to 6 finalists. And that was the Cadillac Escalade, the Genesis GV80, Kia Seltos, Nissan Rogue, and the Toyota Venza. And there's one vehicle out of all of those. Now, you may have counted that. That was only 5, not 6. One vehicle stood head and shoulders above the rest.
Okay. So what is MotorTrend's 2021 SUV of the year, and why was it chosen?
It's right here. So without further ado, MotorTrend is proud to announce its 2021 SUV of the year, the Land Rover Defender.
Oh,
this is so cool.
That is a cool vehicle. I love. So why did you choose it?
Okay, so every single one of the key criteria it nails. First of all, let's just look at this design. It's beautiful.
It is.
It's this blocky, chunky. It looks like it's ready for a safari. And in fact, its heritage is from that. It's a 50-year-old nameplate. And in fact, the Queen of England drives one of these around, not looking like this at all. It looks like a piece of farm equipment, almost a tractor. But what Land Rover did was they totally upgraded it. They keep all the off-road capability and made it much more amenable to, say, driving across 3 states in absolute comfort. But if you want to go severe off-roading, this thing can do it. Check this thing out. Look.
Whoa.
This is a snorkel. That means you can go through water that's this deep. You'll just plow right through it.
And then we'll be ready for the Baltimore snow with that, right?
You'll be in great shape. Yeah, it's 4-wheel drive. It'll get you anywhere you need to go. Underneath the hood, 395 horsepower engine. Not only does it sound great, it goes great. Really good acceleration. And now you're starting to think, wow, okay, big heavy car, fast motor, probably is not so great on gas mileage. Stop. 17 city, 22 highway, which is right in the middle of its competitive set. Really strong on that front. And so you think, okay, great. SUV, is it safe? Well, you have the laws of physics, big, heavy vehicle, but also you have, how does it do in a crash? Now, US regulators haven't tested it yet, but over in Europe, their testing body known as NCAP gave it 5 stars, which is as good as you can get. Now, what you also have is a bunch of active and passive safety features that keep you from getting into an accident in the first place. Look, let's admit it, people drive distracted, they're looking at their phones or whatever, they're yelling at their kids, and they may not be paying all their attention to the road. This thing has features like automatic emergency braking, blind spot assist, so that you don't get into a crash in the first place. This is all great stuff, and it all fills into this fantastic package. I know, you're looking at the front, and you're saying Land Rover, it's a luxury brand, it's gotta be expensive. And yeah, I think to some households it might be. It starts at $51,250. This one is tested, was $82,575. Don't change the channel, not yet. So here's the deal with value and how we equate it. MotorTrend has a subsidiary called IntelliChoice. They calculate residual values, what it's worth at the end of your ownership time. And they've already calculated the Defender is going to do really, really well. So you add all that up, and it nails all the criteria. No question, Defender had to be our winner.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mark, for all the insight. And that's a great vehicle. All right, help for people suffering from addiction. One local spot has been doing it for decades. Still ahead, the changes coming in the next couple of years. And celebrate the harvest with a festival. The annual Harbor Harvest is back today. The big changes made this year.
This is BMORE Lifestyle.
Welcome back. Today, the Harbor Harvest Fall Children's Festival begins. Of course, changes have been made to make sure that everyone stays safe. Kaylee Zielinski is the events manager with the Waterfront Partnership. Hey, Kaylee, how you doing?
Hi, thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for joining us. So what changes did you make to the event this year?
So we made a bunch of changes to make sure that we could avoid having a large person in gathering. So we took our petting zoo and made it virtual. So every day this week, you can tune in at noon to see us at the petting zoo that we use every year for Harbor Harvest. We also implemented a new costume contest, but that's all virtual. So you can submit your photos to us. And we're also we usually do pumpkin crafts at the actual in-person event, but this year we are doing it virtually through video. So you can tune in for that as well.
Okay, so what's happening with the event today that you could tell us about?
So we were lucky enough to go to Mary's Go Round Petting Zoo in Waldorf, Maryland, and we spent all afternoon just petting animals and hearing their stories and, holding little bunny rabbits and feeding camels and maybe even having an alpaca spit in our face. So.
That's always exciting. Well, what are you most excited about with this event? What do we have to look forward to?
I'm really excited about the costume contest because you can just submit your photos to us. Like, you don't have to come in person anywhere. You can make the costume as silly, fun, spooky as you want. Like, we're doing it for kids, adults, and pets. So we're choosing 3 winners every day next week. And I've already gotten some really, really cute submissions for dogs and cats. So I'm really excited about that because we haven't done that before.
Oh, thanks so much, Kaylee, for all the info about the event. It sounds like such an awesome event. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful weekend to hit up the pumpkin patch, maybe enjoy a hike. We have some images from around Maryland of some of our people, our employees who are doing just that. So let's start off with this view. This comes to us from Dan Lamparello. He tweeted this out over the weekend. He's a reporter here at Fox 45, taking in the fall views on this gorgeous Sunday. Look at those pretty colors showing up in the trees there, the blue skies behind them. This picture came to us from our own Megan Gillen, who is out with her family enjoying nature, taking a little hike with her girls over the weekend. Beautiful day to explore. And it was a nice fall-like weekend. This week, we are going to change things up. Now, we are seeing those fall-like colors. They're actually peaking this week. So this is an updated fall foliage map. It shows peak colors now in place across Maryland. So you still have time to enjoy some of those vibrant fall colors if you haven't done so just yet. And the weather will be on our side for that. We are tracking a cold front, but fortunately for us, we remain on the warm side of it. So that front stays to our north and west. The rain stays there too. We are just looking at increasing clouds across Maryland both today and tomorrow. But we're also looking at increasing temperatures. So it's not exactly going to feel like fall this week. We'll see our numbers climb through the 70s. And today's just the beginning. So despite all the clouds today, we should see highs close to 70, and then another mild night will follow. We could see another round of patchy fog develop with temperatures settling back into the mid-50s. A look ahead at your full 10-day forecast shows that warming trend this week. That means we're in the mid-70s tomorrow and then upper 70s both Wednesday and Thursday. Back to you.
This BMORE Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Turks House.
Now, the concept of drug and alcohol addiction treatment was forever changed when in 1970, Turks House opened its doors to the city of Baltimore. Dr. Isidore Turk knew when that was there was more of a collaborative, compassionate way to help people living with addiction. Turks House transforms lives by providing help and hope for individuals in the Baltimore area. Joining us today is Bernard. Hey, Bernard, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
All right,
Thank you for inviting me.
So Bernard is the executive director of the Turks House. Thank you so much for joining us today, Bernard.
Thank you.
All right, so please tell us about your passion for Turks House.
Oh boy. So my passion for Turks House stems from what the organization has represented in the community for the last 50 years. The organization opened its doors when there was not really a drug treatment program in the city. Mm-hmm. And so just the ability to be selfless in that regard, and the sort of the vision of Dr. Isidore Turk to help people struggling with the disease of alcohol addiction is what really prompted my interest into this field.
Wow, okay. So whom do you serve at Turks House, like men and women, and what are their ages?
We do serve both men and women, and we serve the ages, that ranges between 18 and 65. 18 and 65 from all manner of socioeconomic backgrounds. And so we do not discriminate. As long as there's one is struggling with the disease of addiction and behavioral health related issues, we open our doors to all and sundry.
Wow. Okay, that's awesome. So also I heard that you just celebrated your 50th anniversary. Now, what did that mean to you?
Boy, 50 years is a long time. Mm-hmm. Over the last 50 years, we've served over 40,000 patients. And
wow.
And for me, what brings joy to my heart is to see the impact that people who have come through our doors, the impact that it's made upon their lives, to see many people be gainfully employed, to see many people to be homeowners, to see many people to still maintain and sustain recovery and sobriety has been what has brought joy to my heart. To see families reconnected and re-engaged, and to see many people to become productive citizens of the society is really what has brought sort of joy in my heart for the last 50 years and for the organization.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Bernard, for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
All right, rats on the rise. Oregon released its latest numbers for the rattiest cities in America. Chicago topped the list and Baltimore came in at number 8. We wanted you to tell it. Let us know your thoughts at foxbaltimore.com/vote. And we wanted you to tell it. Which city do you think is the rattiest? Here are the results. What? 84% said Baltimore. Come on, I disagree. Have you been to New York and seen the rats? Even in the train station or just everywhere. But you know what? There were those viral videos. So I get it. I understand Baltimore, but I would have said New York. That's kind of disappointing. All right, well, we've got a great show lined up for tomorrow. This year's Why Turkey Trot Charity 5K is now happening virtually. The Y of Central Maryland is also collecting non-perishable food and making volunteer opportunities available. Tomorrow morning, what you need to do to get involved, whether it's running on your own or volunteering.
Find out how to have your business featured on BMORE Lifestyle. Email us at bmorelifestyletv@foxbaltimore.com.
Baltimore, we had a lot of great interviews today. I'm so glad for everyone who came on the show today. And also, thank you for voting and chiming in about our rattiest cities in America. Baltimore, thank you for inviting us into your home. Remember to live, laugh, and love. Stay strong, Baltimore. Remember to love one another. Hug yourselves. We'll see you tomorrow.